What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Six Gaming Podcast. Filling in for your host, as always, it's Ron Klee.
Yeah.
Are you okay over there?
I'm not, man. I'm working on like damn near migraine status. I'm fly on the wall today. Fly on the wall.
Why? Why are you calling your wife a migraine?
Oh God! If only,
It's like awful.
if only you knew. If only.
I mean, calling her a crazy bitch is one thing.
Wow.
But
Crazy bitch in a different sense.
yeah, exactly. But welcome to the Six Gaming Podcast. We have a great show for you today, but I would be, what's the word? Remiss if I didn't introduce our awesome and illustrious cast of co-hosts. And this one is so awesome, he's never even been on before.
I know, it's a crazy day.
Introduce yourself. Tell us a few things about yourself here.
I've forgotten who I am. I'm Attention Grabber. I stream on Twitch sometimes. It's not very entertaining, but
are you a cam whore?
Well, wait a second.
I don't currently own a webcam, so I can't be a cam whore.
Way to sell yourself, though. You know, I stream, but I'm not very entertaining, so go check me out.
To be fair, he's basically like me, but more entertaining and less autistic. So
that's a good word to describe you, autistic. I like it.
But do you screech? That's the next question.
It depends on what game I'm playing. If I'm playing Getting Over It, then I'll just kind of go, ah! But that's really about it.
There, I have to say, there are some streamers out there that have this great scream, and I was talking about one earlier, Quest for Semi-Glory. Oh my God, he's got these screams that when he did his GDQ run, he actually had to warn the audience that he does these screams.
Oh man,
he doesn't know that he does them apparently, and he sounds like this high-pitched bird when he does it.
I think I watch his GDQ runs now.
Wait,
hilarious. Who is it?
Quest for Semi-Glory, aka Mr. Bond. But yeah, anyway, the person I'm filling in for is here.
Yep, I'm here. Hi guys.
Mr. Shosan, good to see you.
Feel miserable.
Moving on to our autistic co-host here, apparently.
Hello.
How are you doing, Solon?
Wait, what? I thought I said that he was less autistic
than you. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So
pretty much makes you
need to learn English.
Yes. How's it going?
Words mean things.
Words. Speaking of words, the man who doesn't know what they mean. Say hi, Veg.
A thumbs up doesn't work.
No, he gave a thumbs up. He's fine.
No, he gave something else up right there.
my virginity. I don't fucking know.
Oh, jeez. Hold on.
Damn it.
Jesus Christ. We're not even 5 minutes into this damn thing.
Hey, Ron Klee.
Veg, I hate you. I hate you.
Pokemon.
That doesn't make me facepalm anymore. It does like the exact opposite effect.
It makes you facepalm on the inside.
It makes me ignore you, but it's okay because we have an amazing show for you today. And despite him having a migraine, he's still going to introduce the first half of the show. Do it.
No.
Even though that was half-hearted, you must be in a lot of pain.
How much did that hurt?
That hurt a lot, actually.
That amuses me.
I can't.
You have a migraine because you don't floss.
Yeah, that's
it. Okay, so we have a lot of news for you today. And I'm just going to do this in order because I don't really give a fuck today. We have, first of all, Veg here. I know you play EVE Online. Anyone else play EVE Online?
Me.
I tried playing the tutorial, but then I broke the game and then I couldn't do anything.
I definitely know what that is.
How did you break the game?
I don't know. It just soft locks. I don't understand it.
Interesting. But yeah, apparently there is going to be like supposedly a really big battle early in the week. And someone was hyping it up to be its first ever $1 million battle because they things are priced in ISK, and ISK is actually worth real money because of game time and stuff like that. You can buy game time for in-game currency. So they're saying that there's going to be so much stuff destroyed, it would be worth $1 million. So
we're going to destroy stuff, guys. It's going to be super awesome.
I can buy time with money. Sounds good.
It came up a bit short. There's only $400 worth of damage.
Yeah.
They claimed $1 million, and there's only 400.
There was roughly over $1 million worth of ships.
Well,
ready to pounce, but because Eve's like, oh hey, even though we've had 3,000 people and look how fucked up our servers were, we're not gonna fix them so they can handle mass battles.
Let's put it to you this way, just to put it in context. This is the Dota championship where they give out, 1.5 or whatever, they're given $1 million, and they only have 40 people show up to the arena. That's about the equivalent of what happened.
Well, it's not even that. It's just what's it called? It's not even that. The people were there. It's just that it was lagging out so bad. It's basically like a Dota 2 final, but then it fucking floods.
I think I get it.
It's pretty neat.
The funniest part here is that you're comparing it to Dota, which I also don't know what any of that means. But I think I understand what you're talking about now.
Okay, basically any giant ass tournament that has thousands of people trying to get into the stadium, and they all get wiped away because of a hurricane.
Now, the funny part, Veg is mentioning these server issues. For those that aren't familiar with EVE Online, their solution to these servers issues is not to fix their servers, but to introduce an in-game mechanic called time dilation.
Or tie-dye.
Or tie-dye, sure. And basically what this does is when there's enough people in a zone and there's enough action going on, basically the in-game clock slows down. So that the server gets time to process all of the stuff going on.
So basically all the gathered mass in that empty space causes this pull of gravity that slows space-time. Aha!
Yep. Which is why Veg experienced
that didn't make sense mathematically, but hey, it's something.
I mean, the alternative
is just gets tie-dye every system.
You can really do that.
Ron, tie-dye your face.
It's a lot like Eve hasn't ever heard of scalable networking.
Notice Veg being a professional podcaster over here and eating on stream.
I got home late. Fuck you.
Hold on, I need to get some chips.
Veg is the largest podcaster in the history of the world.
It is rice, broccoli, and what was the meat?
Professional.
It's lamb.
No, it's not soy meat, but it's like
Soylent Green.
No.
Soy meat.
Sure.
And greens.
People need more flavoring. Well, actually, some people are a little too salty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Some people are very salty.
Go fuck yourself, Edge. I guess you're salty.
Oh, I love it. All right.
I don't want to hear about your whining, bitch. I don't feel good. I'm not going to host, but I'm going to still hear and whine about it.
Oh my god, my headphones are just like going nuts whenever Veg talks because the whining is. Can't take
anyway.
Moving on. Facebook, it's in their continued attempt to take over the world. They're now going to be doing some exclusive streaming deals with ESL,
which, yeah.
Who the hell is going to watch esports on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I can see.
No, my mom won't watch esports on Twitch.
Right.
She wouldn't watch on TV if it was on TV. Okay?
I mean, there's still a huge rush of people who bitch about video games being on ESPN. So why would somebody on Facebook watch video games? You know what I mean? Like, you're reaching to the wrong audience there.
Absolutely.
I think Facebook just wants as much money as they can get while putting in effort as they can.
That's absolutely it. I mean,
sneaking into the show is our little gold goblin over here. Former gold goblin, I guess.
He doesn't look like a goblin. Are you sure he's a goblin?
The gold was poorly.
All I see is a broke bitch.
I see a guy who probably hasn't slept in the last few weeks thanks to a particular newborn, but
yeah, not so much. Just,
you have a babby.
How Babby was formed. I know not how.
Babby 2.
I mean, I can explain to you if you don't know.
Babby 2.
Babby 2. Oh.
Yes, he hasn't gotten the pattern yet. He hasn't recognized the pattern.
The mother insane. I am sorry for your lots.
So yeah, Facebook. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I actually want to touch up a little bit on how Facebook is the worst company in the world. I recently made a Facebook
I don't know.
account.
There's EA Sports.
Well, I made a Facebook account because I've gone like 3 years without one because I just never really used it. So I made one. I go through all the settings, make sure all my privacy stuff is in order, and then they lock me out of my account.
Oh,
for
yeah.
no reason.
That's classic.
What?
Yeah,
They locked me out of my account for 2 weeks for no reason other than I changed my privacy settings.
2
Probably
weeks.
shouldn't use password.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
The hell?
2 weeks is a bit much, but I mean, locking people out for inactivity is not unheard of.
That's not
2
an
weeks
activity.
is extreme, though.
Yeah, like I tried
It was
making.
it was the same day I made the account. I changed the privacy settings, and all of a sudden, nope, sorry, we're disabling your account. We'll get back to you.
Oh my god!
I never did.
Yeah,
Like
like
2 weeks later, I go back and I just log in.
I tried making a new account because I closed down my account like 4 years ago, and then I tried making another one, and then I'm not completely sure what happened, but I'm guessing that someone cracked my account and changed the email, but then I couldn't log it.
God.
Even though I couldn't log in with my email, it also claimed that my email was linked with another account, so I couldn't make an account with that email.
Who are you, Pulzarotho?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Apparently, if you hit the FN button with the little moon, it turns your computer off.
So that's
Yes,
twice now that you've disconnected yourself.
Hold on, let me try that.
No.
Correct.
Anyway,
My
moving
keyboard
on.
doesn't have the FN key.
The function key.
Did you know that if you
Whatever.
hold Alt and hit F4, it makes the map load faster?
Hang on, let me try that. Hang on, I gotta try that right now. Hang on. It didn't work.
No, okay.
All it did was close Discord.
Took the bullet.
Are you sure that's the right? Are you sure that's the right button?
Fantastic.
You have to
Just
keep hitting F4
it.
like a lot
Keep
of
hitting
times.
it like 5 or 6 times in a row. Eventually, it'll do what you want. Anyway, moving on. So we have Twitch has a problem. It's a viewbot problem, basically because a lot of things that Twitch rewards people for is based on views.
Yep.
There's viewbot services that you can pay for. Well, Twitch finally managed to not only get one shut down, but now they got them in a lawsuit, and they were ordered to pay nearly $1.4 million to Twitch.
Ouch.
That's a lot of money.
Yes,
That's like
Basically, the lost revenue from the ads, which, I mean, that's how much Twitch is making in that amount of time. So,
that is pretty serious money there.
I love their argument. They said it's accusing them of reducing the quality of service. How brilliant is that? That's a great legal move.
it is. I agree with Twitch on that.
Hindsight, though.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's just a great way to get at these guys, you know?
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah. So, I mean, it sucks that it's got to come to things like that. But
No, don't. Fuck them. I'm sorry. I don't.
no, I mean that it comes to the point where these companies come up and think that they can.
Oh yeah, that
build
part. Yeah, I
something
agree.
like
But
that.
no,
It's just-
fuck them. I'm not sorry whatsoever.
But moving on, Epic is having a great time with Fortnite right now.
You would think, right?
With Fortnite, yes. Fortnite
massive-
is amazing. It's so amazing that they're shutting down Paragon.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
I found a Paragon, an actual physical copy at my job for $5.
Well,
still make
you're not going to be able
physical
to use it
copies.
after April 26th.
well, no, here's the thing. They're offering full refunds to every player. So,
Oh, yeah.
if
Return
if
to
it's
hardware,
under
man.
$5,
$60.
and then, like, if they don't ask you for your receipt or something, and you just be like, here's my case, I don't have the receipt anymore, then maybe they'll refund you the full amount.
Perhaps.
Another.
If you want a refund, you have to go to their website. You have to link your Epic account. And if you've done that, you can request a refund online. So that's
It's kind of shit.
It's crazy though, because you know, Epic is one of those very, very early computer game companies, you know, and they've done so much to survive. And you would think after everything that they've been through all the years, they would embrace, you know, games, especially really well selling games. And for whatever reason, they said, we're done. It sucks.
Yeah, well, that's what's going on with them. So moving on, we have Blizzard. I mean, it seems like that this is a never-ending problem. They're now monitoring YouTube for toxic players.
Yep.
It's monitoring YouTube for toxic players.
Yeah, so if you post up videos that you're, purposely trolling or you're, rage quitting all the time, whatever, Blizzard is taking that into account and then issuing bans for basically degrading the community.
Wow.
So that's literally going to be like half the fucking community then.
Most people are still using YouTube. That's my surprise there.
What's this YouTube you speak of?
I would probably be surprised by it, but the fact is, like, the guy who got caught for the swatting incident where, another guy got killed, he posted all that shit up on Twitter. He was a well-known user of social media, I guess you could say, and that's what led to it. So I can't blame Blizzard for this. Of course, people are stupid enough to post up their antics, I guess you could say.
Yep. Yeah. According to Kaplan, incidents of abusive chat in competitive matches has dropped 17%. Players reporting of poor behavior has increased 20%. So 17%. That says there's still 83% asshats in the game.
Yeah,
it's just quick math there. So I don't know. We'll see what they do.
I'm so bad at math. What you said could have been right, and I still would have believed you.
I'm actually going to skip ahead here because we're going to talk a little more about the Overwatch League. For whatever reason, this stupid Ugandan Knuckles meme keeps showing up on various Overwatch.
Do you know Dewey?
League.
You know Dewey, Ron?
It's turned into a racist meme.
God damn it! It's not racist.
It is.
Oh no! It's just like Pepe all over again.
Yeah, it's exactly like Pepe all over again.
Exactly.
Honestly, I don't give a shit about all the Ugandan accents and the clicking. I just think the picture's hilarious.
The pictures. The picture's funny, of course. It's a good cartoon.
The clicking is hilarious too. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's hilarious. But
no, it's just like I can't stand it.
Going on to VR chat and hearing nothing but the clicking of tongues and in really bad accents, top quality.
I think after 5 seconds that would get old pretty quick. But yeah, apparently this has become so prevalent, and it's like no one's doing anything about it. It's just like they're just letting it go on. So I don't know
for it to die off naturally. I think
Dallas Fuel has actually taken it out.
Well, at least there's that.
Come on.
Yeah.
It's not racist. It's just stupid. Like people really need to get off their fucking vaginas and chill the fuck out.
I mean, yeah, it's stupid. I equate it to like the old pedo bear meme or, name your stupid ass mascot. But, the fact is a lot of these guys are taking it way too far.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that the actual character Ugandan Knuckles is not racist itself. It's that the memes have developed to the point where they put in racist stuff that has nothing to do with the original Who Killed Captain Alex movie. That it's to the point where it's they say it's like Pepe. It's exactly like Pepe. Pepe himself is not racist, but people are getting offended by it. So yeah, it's.
I'm sorry, but you can't just you have to take it as a whole, and the whole isn't racist. It's just that you have this few fucking idiots.
But the problem is that you get these idiots that turn it into a racist thing, and now these corporations don't want to deal with it, and that's why they get taken down.
But you have to. This is kind of a okay, Godwin's law. It's 10/20 if you haven't had your dose of Nazis. But I mean, think about the swastika, right? It was a symbol that wasn't racist for a very, very long time. And then some asshats made it racist, and now it's racist. And you can't be like, well, it's not racist because some asshats made it racist. It's just something else. But I mean, when it's co-opted by enough people, and enough people start to believe.
But you're also talking about something so catastrophic versus.
Wait, no, I said,
and I get that. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you whatsoever with that. But the thing is that there's just some things you can't take back. For example, certain words, certain language, redeeming that. And don't get me wrong, in the world of memes, it's just fucking stupid. Like, if you look at the end of the day, and I know that people get hurt, like over the silliest things anymore. Like, for example, and one day I was called sexist, homophobe, transphobic, a Nazi, and some other stupid shit for absolutely a post that wasn't of any sort or nature. And that's the people that we're talking about here that are getting so offended about it. They're going, oh my God, I see you, knuckles. They're making fun of it. There was someone who went as far to say, like, everyone in Uganda loves it, which they did the whole YouTube video of it. It was just fucking hilarious. It's stupid. That's all that is. And then people are just getting butthurt over it. And if you turn it into something racist, then it is going to be racist.
Yeah. Well, and if you're a company, then you have a duty to your shareholders to take your stand. And if you're like, yeah, this probably isn't actually racist, but we're going to get rid of it because we're not going to deal with the bullshit.
Yep. Exactly.
And for them, it's not worth, like, okay, so we're talking about it. First of all, we're talking about it. And second of all, like, if they don't get rid of it, then they're a racist company that don't get sponsors, like Ron said, I think it was. And then if they do get rid of it, like, what do they lose? They lose nothing.
What is the? Sorry. What is the? Which team was it that already banned someone for being racist? Was that Dallas or was that Houston?
That's Dallas. And
that's okay. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. Okay. Now I see why. Because they had that one dude, and they're like, "Oh, the Ugandan knuckles racist." They don't. Like, I see that now. I'm pretty sure if their foot wasn't already on the back burner, I'm pretty sure they probably would have approached it in a different light. But I don't know. I just find the whole thing retarded. Like, I find that so fucking dumb. But that's just me. Like, I get it. It's just like, why let something like that bother you so much?
I think the real problem is that there aren't enough spaghetti memes.
Oh my God! Shut the fuck up!
Somebody touch my spaghetti!
I will stab you.
You know what my least favorite meme is right now? It's
the Tide Pod ones.
No, that's a bad meme too. But my least favorite right now has to be the photoshops of the old Connect 4 board game.
Oh, those?
Those are so dumb.
Why are those funny?
What? I don't even know.
Why is replacing the Connect 4 board with a pancake maker funny?
What?
Yeah.
Ron, you're old. You don't get it.
Well, apparently he's now old, man.
Apparently,
I won't
are old as well, because I don't know that.
Just up all the memes.
Have I lost touch? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Right.
I agree.
I understand that.
Damn millennials. Sorry. I think we have a few on this podcast. No, what? I was born in 77. Fuck off. Millennial. Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Damn, Ron, you are old. You're almost as old as my mom.
I think my mom's older. Ron.
Okay. I don't think Cole's mom's older. That's another story entirely. But yeah, while I was on there, I actually saw this article. There's this game called Laser League that is having a free open beta for the rest of the weekend. So it's some kind of team multiplayer sport looking thing. It looks pretty cool. I'm probably going to try it out a little later.
Laser League.
Laser League, yes.
I'm going to look at it on Steam real quick.
Yeah, it's better than Rocket League because it's energy based rather than projectile based.
And also, there isn't any cars.
There are no cars, no. But it is.
I think that's the main difference.
It's going to be entering early access on the 8th, and it will February 8th, and will cost $15. So check it out. Maybe you'll be able to save yourself $15, or maybe you'll want to pay it. Who knows? Find out. And then I need to figure out what I did with Discord because that's where all the news stories are.
There it is. Did you press Alt F4 to make the map load faster?
If you have Twitch Prime, Headlander is free.
Right.
I've heard that from the guys
Adult
who did
Swim.
Psychonauts.
Yeah, it's from Double Fine.
Double Fine. It's like
I already claimed that. Okay.
Metroidvania, where your head pops off. And
it's an Adult Swim published game too, but it's actually a lot of fun. So,
do I have to download Twitch's stupid desktop app to be able to play these games?
Yes, and it's terrible. Yeah. It's the worst thing that Twitch does, and I think it's because it wasn't Twitch's originally.
Yeah,
no, it was Curse, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always keep it closed unless I'm installing a game, and then I install the game and add it to Steam and play it from there.
Yep.
Why
And
can't things just be on Steam forever? Why do I have to go through Uplay and through Blizzard and or what's called Battle.net and all these other apps? Why can't everything just be on Steam?
Because if Steam shuts down, at least we'll still have a few games.
Yeah, we'll always have you play. It's always here. Like a cockroach.
So moving on, I found this story extremely interesting, and Micro Center and a couple of other retailers are now putting a surcharge on graphics cards sold by itself.
Wait, what?
They're doing what now?
They're basically trying to gouge people buying GPUs for mining.
Yay.
For cryptocurrency mining.
Which is fine to me.
Yeah, screw those guys.
Okay, so great. My graphics card goes into the shitter, and now I have to pay a surcharge to get a replacement?
I think there should be some, so Micro Center, if you buy your other stuff from them to build a PC, then they're not going to charge it. But I agree. Like, if you bring in your old one and you want to upgrade or something, there should be some way to prove that you're getting it for gaming.
I think that I disagree with the surcharge.
Yeah.
I
agree with the intent of it, but you're right. It's maybe not implemented well. But I don't think that we should have a shortage in graphics cards for gaming because people are
then supply and demand will kick in. It'll suck.
Yeah.
But you know what? Now I have to pay more because my card got wrecked from something.
So don't buy it from Micro Center.
It won't happen if they're going to do that. It also won't happen because there's not a Micro Center in the Bay Area. So
glad I got my 1070 before this garbage.
I know, right? And yeah, this is all because of the explosion of cryptocurrency and basically, because so many people want to mine, and graphics cards are one of the cheapest ways to mine because their processors on it are far superior to normal processors for it. It's interesting how that's playing out. Personally, I think cryptocurrency is getting silly.
You're silly.
Now, I'm no expert on cryptocurrencies, but don't you have to mine for a really long time to get anything of value? And
these days,
now you do.
Yeah.
The problem is that there are people, it depends on which you're mining, but I saw a video of a guy who basically went around to every store in a 60-mile radius or something, and he showed a stack of like 40 1080s that he had picked up, and it was just like put a whole bunch of them in a bunch of like little cheapo machines and just run them nonstop.
It's pretty crazy, and I've actually looked at the Bitcoin algorithm as to how it calculates when you mine a Bitcoin, and it's all based on transaction processing. You have to, mining basically involves processing transactions on the blockchain, and the chance of you mining a Bitcoin, it's basically time-based. Bitcoin only wants so many Bitcoins to be released in a set amount of time, and they'll adjust the chances of you getting one based on that. And it gets like, last I looked, it was in the quadrillions, 1 in some quadrillion chance.
Holy shit.
Per transaction. Now, keep in mind, you're doing a lot of transactions. You're doing a lot of hashing is what it is. But yeah,
you said it's per transaction. I thought you said
it's not per transaction. It's there's I don't remember exactly what it is, but I mean you're doing a lot of work. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it is now, but like at one point, in order to get a Bitcoin, it was, what was it, like 1.5 million hashes per second you had to get, in order to be at least reasonably.
At this point, you are going to be paying more for the electricity that your computer is using.
All these morons,
and that's considering this is a 5-digit US dollar based currency right now.
Yeah.
Which is just silly. I mean, this was essentially made up currency.
Yeah, but so is a dollar.
No, the dollar is actually technically backed.
By what?
Not.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
what is a dollar backed by?
And
the faith of the United States government?
You have no faith in the government.
No.
I'm with Penthon.
No, but seriously, there's no and so we're like, so this is the argument. Well, it used to be backed by gold. Okay, so I can take my paper money and I can exchange it for gold. Now I have shiny metal, which until, a couple decades ago, maybe a century ago, I don't know exactly when, that didn't have any value except that it was shiny metal and it was rare, right? We didn't find out that gold had manufacturing uses and had value for that reason until much later. Gold was shiny and sparkly and people liked it, so that's why it had value. So inherent value of stuff is stupid. I don't like that argument about why it's not good.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I think the recent explosion of cryptocurrencies is just a bunch of people that they think they can get rich quick if they they start Bitcoin mining or whatever the currency names are. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
they get rich quick.
That's the thing, though, is there's a million get rich quick schemes out there, and whichever one you choose to back, that's fine. But at the expense of other industries, that's where it gets crazy. And in this case, it's video cards.
But if you follow my step program.
Yeah, well, it's not like NVIDIA or AMD is bitching about it, right? I mean, ultimately they're profiting, but it sucks for others.
Yep. And then we have one last news article, and I don't know why we're ending with this, but we are. So Penth found this article about a stream that was broadcasting an event called Ice. Or I don't know. It's just a house party at someone's.
Yeah, there's some dude on Twitch that's like on the IRL stream, right? It's just relevant because it's on Twitch.
Yeah.
There's this guy who streams a lot in IRL. He just streams like his random life, and he was streaming a party at his house, and some dude like spiked a couple people's drinks like on stream, and so there's like a picture of him, and it's recorded, and like the people were at the hospital with this other dude who apparently got some of the spiked drink, and the dude's like unresponsive, but they think he just got roofied. I mean, not like cardiac arrest unresponsive, just like asleep, knocked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like you don't think of, people talk about the surveillance state and whatever, and they're like, oh, privacy stuff. But I mean, the dude got caught on camera. So that crime is now witnessed, and if we can figure out who the guy is, then
yep,
yeah,
and that douchebag deserves to be behind bars ASAP.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But what's particularly sad, and I brought this up in our pre-stream, is it seems like every other week we bring up something that's misogynistic or rapey or something that's generally wrong, and this sort of thing is almost the cream of the crop. It's so wrong. I'm glad it at least got caught on camera.
Yeah.
And I think there was 20,000 people watching the stream.
20,000, yes.
So there's 20,000 witnesses to that.
Sales saying it ended up being that her drink wasn't spiked and that he's trying to be funny, and the guy who went to the hospital was sick because he drank too much. So,
and that sounds reasonable as well. These things could happen, but look at the news. I mean, obviously it got posted, on freaking a decent website. This news is out there.
I think if your idea of humor is to pretend to spike drinks, I think you need to get your head checked, because with all the stuff that's been happening in the world lately on this subject,
right?
You need to get your head checked and like.
Well, and honestly, if you do something like that, then that's like pointing a fake gun at a cop. Like, you deserve anything that happens to you if you do something that's stupid.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna do something like that, then at least film it and then post on the video and say prank gone wrong.
No, not even, because that's how that shit started out of control to begin with.
Yeah.
Like,
just a
prank, guys.
Just a prank, bro. That's where that dumbass meme comes from. Is from shitty people like that. It's like, oh, we were just joshing, we were just joking.
And I'm not sure which is worse. The idea that he was trying to be funny and pretend to spike drinks, or that he actually did.
Or the fact that some people actually use the word joshing still to this day.
Wow.
Listen here, Buttercup.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure that's. Does anyone else have any other news they need to bring up this
No,
week?
we need to move on so that this doesn't get talked about anymore.
I do have one more. Actually, Frontier Games just announced the open beta of version 3, I believe, 3.0. Or patch 3.0 of Elite Dangerous, with all kinds of really cool stuff that they're adding in. Again, with the crime and punishment stuff, which I talked about last week, plus some other really, really cool things. And if you guys have a beefy computer, they just announced that you can now damn near overclock this game to the most beautiful settings possible, assuming you can run it. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but it's an open beta. So if you play Elite Dangerous, jump in there, man. Have fun.
Yep.
I'm actually glad you had a real news story. I was going to say something stupid about my cat.
Breaking news. Kitty cat is hungry.
That's just a quick esports update, of course, in the LCS. TSM is 1-2. What the hell?
Because that's TSM.
Yeah,
and
they've
100 Thieves is 3-0. Who the fuck is 100 Thieves? I don't even know. I have to look that up. But Echo Fox also 3-0. They're top of the tables. No one else. I mean, it's Cloud9 is 2-1. All the other old school guys are getting wrecked. In the Overwatch League, you got Seoul Dynasty, New York Excelsior, London Spitfire, all 5-1, which means we're getting some upsets happening finally. Pretty good. Poor San Fran, rather. They're 2-4. Hope they come back. We'll see. That's going to do it. We're going to move on to the second half of the show. Boom, the playlist. That's what this is. That's what we're doing. And because we have someone new on the show, basically what we do is we talk about what we've been playing recently, whether we recommend or not recommend it, and just whatever else you want to say about it. So we're going to start with the new guy.
Oh, wait, that's me.
That always start with the new guy.
Yeah. Always start with the new guy.
Yeah, grab our attention.
Always throw the new guy under the bus.
I regret naming myself that.
Well, it's always easier to one-up the new guy because he never knows what to expect or what to say. Exactly. So the rest of our stories are great.
To be fair, I think he's watched the show before.
A couple of times.
But only when I was on it because, I'm the popular guy.
Sure. That's definitely
Yours popular as Papyrus, sir.
But I am 12 followers away from a 2-digit follower count.
Fantastic.
So what I've been playing recently. Geez, I haven't Slay the Spire, but everybody's playing that. So.
I am not playing that. I have no interest in
what that is.
Really?
I don't even know what that is.
Not me.
Really? You guys had not heard of Slay the Spire? It's like
nope.
It's
exploded recently. I think because Northern Lion played it. And he was awful at it, and then everyone else just started. I think they just wanted to play it to one up him or something.
There you go.
Takahashi.
Yeah, but it's a card building game or deck building. Sorry, it's a deck building roguelike card game, and it's really interesting. I've been playing it a lot lately.
Yeah, it's not Hearthstone.
It's not Hearthstone. No, it's different. You can Google it easily enough. I'm not going to explain it. I'm bad at that. Other than that, I played.
Yeah, it's a card-based roguelite,
and it's $16.
Yeah, that's.
I also been playing Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, which I cannot recommend it. Don't play it. Don't.
I wasn't intending to ever get into it.
Never play it. Don't waste the money on it. It's nothing but rage.
So
I went into it expecting it to be like, oh, everyone's playing it up. And I have nothing but furious with it.
Yeah,
because I've been stuck in the beginning for hours.
And it's hilarious how there's that whole commentary like, oh yes, difficult games are the only true art form, guys. Trust me on this.
But other than that, it's just been Crypt of the Necrodancer and Dark Souls 3. That's pretty much all I've been playing lately.
Yep.
If you have the Humble Bundle monthly, Getting Over It is free in their vault. If you want to,
you're screwed.
Hate yourself.
I can't believe that made Humble Bundle.
If it's free, sure, grab it. But if don't buy it.
And you can download it with no DRM. So
yeah, wait for a troll to donate to your stream, basically.
That's what Meds did for me.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
is that how you got it?
That's how I got it. She tried to donate through like Streamlabs' PayPal thing, but it wasn't working. So she just bought me a
She
Steam
just bought you a game
gift card.
and it happened to be.
She gifted me
Gift card,
papers,
and I bought
please.
it.
This can't be good.
Oh. Rip gift card. Anything else?
Besides Necrodancer and Dark Souls 3, not really.
Otherwise, Veg.
Yo. I'm a kitty cat.
Meow, 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 and you meow, meow, meow.
What?
Exactly.
Veg, this is the playlist. We
Oh,
want to know
This
about
is
your
a
furry
playlist.
dreams.
It's a thing that I made up.
Fucking furries.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible.
I've been playing a lot of RuneScape this week. I don't know why. Just why not? I guess at this point.
2005 called. They want their popular game back.
Technically 2003, but yeah.
Close enough. I never played RuneScape.
At least it's not
nerd.
Evercrack.
Yeah, that is true. As well as I've been getting back into Fallout 4 because of the update to the Sim Settlers.
Yes,
update.
come on in. The water's fine.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Great
So,
attachment.
They made it even better. Show. You don't even have to. You just literally have to.
Penth is distracting me here. Penth, why are you doing this?
Mel wanted to know about dragons, and I said,
Ron will ride
I
a
would
dragon.
much
all right.
rather have that dragon ride me.
Oh,
Wait, what? Wow.
that happened.
We know what Ron's into.
we've always known what Ron's into.
Today I
Is that
learned
the subject of the round table?
I wish I was an Alex Strauza.
Oh my
Oh,
god. No, that's
God.
not what you said. You said you wish the dragon was in you, you dumbass.
No, I said the dragon would ride me. Open your ears, jackass.
Okay, there's two ways of going about that, jackass.
Anyway, the
But,
new Fallout patch is called
so-
"Come on in, the waters are fine." It's a really good update.
Well, it's
I
not
have not played Fallout 4 yet, even though I own it.
Oh, you have to play it.
It's fun. It's
so
awesome.
addictive.
When I am actually going to stream it at some point.
Oh,
I'll
good
do
luck. Play
But,
survival right away. Play survival.
Jesus Christ. Shut up, show. So what this does is SimSellers basically it gets rid of the process of building your own settlement because fuck that. There's like 28 settlements and it's just tedious. It's time consuming, tedious, and stupid. And then fuck Preston. Fuck that asshole.
He has a use. He can be a leader of a settlement and then take it over, and then you never have to deal with him again.
Okay, that's the only purpose I've ever seen Preston do now is with this new expansion of SimSellers. So what the new expansion does is it takes all of the building completely out of your hands if you want it to be. So now you don't even have to worry about it. You just give it to one of your companions, and they start building the city from scratch.
Wow.
Don't dick around while they're doing this because it will crash the game hard.
Wow.
That's a catch.
Well, I mean, basically, just walk away from the settlement for like 20 minutes, and it's fine.
Yeah, it's a weird mod. It does, automate a lot of shit, and because it's automated, it's using the batch system. And since the script extender for Fallout is basically non-existent right now, while it's running that script, if you fuck around in the game, it does cause a crash, which sucks. But jump right back in, reload it, and it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It just crashes it because it's like, oh nope, you did this. I don't like you, and just like it's fine. I caused a couple crashes after starting that up and then realizing what I had to do. It's definitely worth
with
it.
Bethesda games though.
Yeah,
It's something I don't like. Crash.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Well, you got to think about it in this way. You fuck around in files, you're bound to do something. Because it's the same way in Diablo 2 or Diablo 1 and 2. Like, it's any game that you can heavily modify. Like, if you don't put the right files in the right place, or if you do something that's out of sequence with the action that you're supposed to be doing, you're going to crash it. So,
Or if you walk with a bowl into a wall.
Yeah, basically.
I've never had that problem yet, but
that's a
joke
Skyrim joke.
Game.
If you hold a bowl and you go running full sprint into a wall in Skyrim, you can clip through the wall. That's
I'm gonna have to try that later because that's gonna be awesome.
How long has Skyrim been out yet, and you don't know about this?
I know. Yeah, that's
you've never taken a bucket or a platter or any sort of flat object and walked into a wall.
Yeah,
No.
That's an old speedrunner's trick. It's easy out of bounds.
Are you Canadian?
I am Canadian.
He is.
That explains a lot.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Boot that.
Hey, don't
Hey?
look. Don't feel bad, man. I'm in Minnesota, so I'm pretty used to the
Minnesota?
accent. I never even noticed.
You're from
Oh,
Minnesota, eh?
Oh, don't you know?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Shut the fuck up.
Hey guys, give me a worst Texas accent you can come up with.
Yeehaw, y'all.
Actually,
Hold on, let me talk normally.
I didn't do anything except say words.
Attention grabber, this is for you.
Oh,
What's for me?
God.
There you go. This is your keyboard.
There's
There's your keyboard.
you, eh?
Oh my God. So I've just been playing mostly those games. Project Cars here and there, just for the grins and giggles. The online community, like I said last week, the online community is pretty solid. Finally met my first troll who was like 10 years old.
Ooh.
He's like, "Oh," he goes, "You're gonna wreck me, aren't you?" And then 5 seconds later, he wrecks me. He's like, "I got you." And I'm like,
Nice.
How did it feel knowing that he fucked your mom 20 times?
Oh man.
"Yeah, oh yeah, for sure."
Well, 20 is not a very overachieving troll.
Hey, don't make fun of him. His dad owns Microsoft. He'll ban you.
Right.
Yeah, that reminds me of this guy that I like in this YouTube comments thread that I try to use that joke ironically, and then he tries to spin around and he's like, "Yeah, that's totally what I do."
Wow.
Genius.
Moving on. Anything else, Mitch?
No, that's it for this week.
Dan, what have you been playing other than try not to let your kid die?
That's a hell of a simulator.
There is actually a game called
Just gonna repost something really quick.
The Children, or maybe What About the Children, which is exactly that. You try to. It's a bunch of.
Oh yeah, you've introduced it to us. That's why I brought it up.
Shower with your dad simulator.
No, that's a different game. That's the unofficial game of the Six Gaming Podcast. But I don't know if you knew that.
I did not.
I didn't think
now you do. Yes. I'm amazed you even bring that up because we've been making jokes about this for 2 years now.
I just know the game name and it exists, and so I was like, "Hey, that's a funny game."
Name.
Attention grabber is clearly a high score holder of Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
World record speedrunner of Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015. Attention grabber.
I forgot who brought it up, but
Ron, you promised not to tell anybody.
Oh, sorry.
Whoever brought it up first, I ended up talking about the stupid game, and then of course they start accusing me of owning it and everything else. So you're just second in line, man. Don't feel bad.
I mean, I can show my Steam library if you want.
That's what I said, but it doesn't matter because
No, it
they're not
doesn't
going to do it.
matter.
You own it. You're the high record.
You got the DRM free version of it.
Friends who already own this game: Cyrus Magian and Soshan. Awesome show. Fucking liar.
You're full of shit, and you know it.
He's full of shit. I do have two friends.
Cyrus Magian. Who is that? I have him on here. Who is that?
Cyrus.
Yeah, who is that? Cyrus Magian.
He was an old coworker of mine.
Okay, right.
He's in our Discord.
And
I just realized I hit 300 games owned on Steam. Cool.
He actually has Shower Through Dad Simulator 2015.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I feel like if you own that unironically, you need help.
Right, exactly.
You own it because funny game.
At this point, I was almost ready to buy it just to say yes, I do.
One of my coworkers has it, and I was like, "Jay, can you tell me about this game and why you own it?" He's like, "A guy in my Discord server bought it.
It's $1. Why don't I own this?"
4 friends already own this game. 1 friend wants this game.
Ron, for everyone's sake, do not drop names. Just let it go.
Please tell me who wants it.
It's no one. Maybe Attention Grabber knows them, but no one you guys know.
Good. No one affiliated. I like it.
Anyway, I beat Ori and the Blind Forest last week, 2 weeks ago.
Awesome game.
Like
God, Pent, the feels, man.
Yeah,
the feels.
For a game that has very little. I mean, there's a couple cutscenes, some dialogue, and other than that, it's just very minimalist. Beautiful game, great story. it was really impressive. During AGDQ, they did a speed run. I mean, it took me, I don't know, 7 to 10
You
hours.
did not. You just fucking did not. You just fucking did not.
What did he do a copy run?
You just fucking did not do that.
Wait.
You did not just do this.
I promise that he definitely just did this.
Okay, then.
No, I
He did
don't
something.
Oh,
French
why?
going
You did it. You did what anyone who can speak English can do, Grabber. You made Ronckley face palm.
That's brilliant. Ron, you realize that has to go on the wheel, right? That has to go on your wheel of games.
Wild Wednesday. Canceled.
You know?
Moving on. Go ahead, Dan.
Anyway, so I played Ori, whatever. Enjoyed it, recommend it, and then yeah, I saw an AGDQ. They beat it in like 30 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy, Ron.
They definitely did some tricky stuff, and I felt bad. One of the guys, it was like his very first AGDQ.
Oh no!
And at the end, I think he was going to come in third anyway, but he missed something and soft locked, and so he had to go back. And then it was really cool. Like the guy who was in fourth and then went into third because of it, like kind of just sat and waited for him, and they finished at the same time.
And that's awesome. That's
cool.
really cool.
Been playing a little bit more Witcher 3 with the DLC. My wife was watching me play today. She's like, does this game have an end? Because I feel like you've been playing it for a really long time. I'm like, well, I play a little bit here and there and don't always just go do the things I'm supposed to do. Sometimes I just wander around in the countryside looking for stuff. That's what kind of game it is. So I might be buying Hollow Knight sometime soon. I'm not sure.
I need to play Hollow Knight. I own it.
Hollow Knight's really good too.
Yeah, I have a zillion games on backlog, but I just keep hearing really good stuff about it. So I might pick it up.
Yeah, same. I need to play that. Maybe I'll play it on stream because I do that now.
Yeah, I'm playing Dead Cells.
Okay.
Who's
Ooh, Dead Cells is good.
Get off your keyboard.
Someone's
Get
got
off
a
your
phone.
keyboard.
It's a phone.
Hey guys,
Yes.
check the games channel on the Discord.
Yes. Oh my god.
Yep, that happened.
Attention grabber with all the gifts tonight.
Gifts
Channel
for
what?
everyone.
All the gifts that no one wants.
Solo, I'm not taking a shower with you.
Is
So
there a
it says-
multiplayer version of this?
It says, Solo, saw this and thought of you. Best wishes, attention grabber.
He's like losing his shit over there.
Well played.
I just thought it's hilarious.
Well played.
For the price of a coffee, it was worth it.
Right.
And the best part is that Solo accepted the gift.
I'm undecided.
It's a free game. Now.
Well, it's only $1. I
That's
had
about
a
it
little bit
for
extra on
right
Steam.
now.
Now to buy the game for myself.
Jesus Christ.
I got nothing else.
He's got nothing. Solo, you got to have something.
Oh yeah, I do.
You're now playing Shower Through Dead Simulator, aren't you?
Maybe. Okay, so I like about a month ago, I started my Terraria, and I've kind of been playing it safe. Only been playing mods that act as unofficial updates, and so just recently I tried out the overhaul mod that basically really changes a lot of like how the Terraria works, like fundamentally, like with its movement, and like with the they made it so that like the default jump height is like half as high, but you can climb up ledges if they're like waist high.
That's pretty interesting.
And they also changed it so that like the maximum fall speed is like super fast as well. And they also like changed stuff, like they made it so that grappling hooks, instead of like just pulling you into whatever block you hit, it actually acts as a grappling hook, and you can swing from it, and it uses actual momentum. Like you can like jump off of a ledge and then hook onto like part of a ceiling in front of you, and then like swing, then jump off with the momentum and then onto another ledge, for example. And like you can like adjust the height of the grappling hook as well. Like you can like hang above you can hang above like a pit that you're dropping bombs into, for example. And you can pull yourself up and down, stuff like that. And they also add like a dodge roll. So, so yeah, it's you have a pool of iframes that you can pull from at any point in time. So that's nice.
I kind of want to get that mod now.
Yeah, it's really nice to try out, but you gotta make sure you don't have it intersect with your other worlds, because like it changes a lot. Like it changes like it adds like all these bushes that grow everywhere. So you shouldn't load a world that you're planning on doing without the overhaul mod, because it'll just turn to these indestructible light colored blocks of nothing.
Okay. That's good advice. Good to know.
That also act as solid objects. So yeah, another thing they added was they changed melee combat to focus on like charging up attacks, and they made it so that whenever something shoots a projectile, charging it up will actually end with it shooting 3 of the same projectile in like a spread, like a shotgun. And like, I'm not kidding when I call it a shotgun. Like it acts like a shotgun, like with damage when you get something up close with a fully charged beam attack.
Neat. Oh man!
They also like changed ranged weapons completely, so that like bows have like a charge up, like Minecraft, and they made it so that guns are very, very powerful in comparison to before. But also, I'm not just talking about buff numbers. I'm talking about I'm talking about sound effects. Like there's real impactful, deep sound effects for every gun basically, and they also have like a reload mechanic as well. So,
how would you say the overhaul mod works with Calamity and Thorium?
I can't say that it's like a perfect match, but on technical level, it works perfectly.
Okay.
So. Like I just don't recommend fighting any bosses, because they removed they made it so that's like a lot easier to be stun locked by several attacks at once. By removing a lot of iframes. So I don't recommend playing it if you're planning on doing much more.
So I shouldn't fight the hardest boss in the game.
Yeah, don't.
I can't even beat that boss normally. I'm not trying it with overhaul. Screw that. I spent, I think, an entire night trying to kill one boss, and I only managed to beat him twice.
Wait, are you talking about the final boss or the final boss? Because the final boss is the shark one.
I'm not even going to try to beat Providence. That's impossible.
Baddies.
I'm talking about Supreme Calamitas. I spent an entire night, all-nighter, trying to kill that boss.
Just reading the wiki page made me frustrated. I'm not even going to attempt it.
Oh man, you know what? The gear that I got after killing her, totally worth it.
Yeah, you get a pet if you beat it on death mode. Totally worth it.
Screw that. No. I did it on expert mode and I almost killed myself. I'm not doing it on anything else.
Nice. Anything else, Solo?
Simulator, the brand new game from EA.
Show, what you got? Show.
All right, I turned off my mic. Well, it's been a pretty slow week actually. Been playing quite a bit of Elite Dangerous. I've been doing what they call the Road to Riches, which is an exploration sort of a thing where you're looking for water worlds and Earth-like planets. Basically trying to earn money that way. Fortunately, I did finally get the money to afford the big ship that I was looking for the entire game, called the Anaconda. The problem is it's
don't want none unless you got buns, hon.
Shut up.
I was gonna make a bread joke. Thanks, Ron.
Pretty much. But yeah, so I finally got that, but the insurance cost on it's insane, so I'm trying to recoup more money, so I'm still going down the road to riches. And then, as Veg also said, I've been playing a crazy amount of Fallout 4 again. gotten into, of course, Sim Settlements, but just kind of playing it again. I did, however, want to shout out the original author of Sim Settlements, which is Mr. King Gath himself, Kinggath. The guy's a crazy good mod author. He's done a lot of really good work, and he is very active even now in the Fallout community. So it's really a lot of fun to play. Beyond that, though, honestly, man, that has been about it. Just work and life. So, yeah.
Sounds interesting. No one this week has played either Celeste, or what was the other one that came out with Wrench Cadence? What the heck's that name? That game? Can't think of the name of it right now.
No idea. I actually forgot to mention one game that I played a little bit of, but not too much. I played a little bit of Subnautica.
Oh yeah, Subnautica.
Since it just
that's a fun
game.
Came
out of early access.
Yeah, finally
came launched.
Yeah,
I managed to beat the game in the little time that I played, so it was a lot of fun.
I haven't beaten it, but that was one that Pantherian actually introduced me to back in the old, pre-launch days, I guess.
Iconoclasts is the other one that I'm surprised I haven't seen.
I don't have enough money to buy all these new games that come out.
Yeah, I'm kind of a little stingy about them either. The reason I don't have either of those is they're platformers. I'm not a platformer. So there's that.
I'm okay with most games. It's just a lack of money on my end. Yes. But I got a job, so hey.
There you go. But the games that I have been playing, of course, Crypt of the Necrodancer. I got 2 PBs this week. One of them was extremely marginal on Bard, like less than half a second, I think it was.
The PB is a PB.
PB is a PB. It did get a 20-second Bard Bolt PB.
Ooh,
so
nice.
That was a good one. It only got me 2 spots on the leaderboard. I'm like, what?
I managed to get my first Cadence clear in 3 years this week.
Jeez. Yeah, you haven't played much, have you? Or you play another character?
I play Melody most of the time.
Okay, yeah.
And since I just recently hit 50 followers on Twitch, I figured, hey, let's make it interesting and play some Cadence.
Yep. Also been playing just a little bit of Cactus, not too much. I've stopped doing the dailies because the dailies just frustrate me. It's like the only random part of the entire game.
Shit.
So, and then Riot Blob apparently has been doing the Super Gravitron and VVV.
Yeah, that thing.
And so I started doing it again, and I actually learned for the first time, oh, hey, you can wrap around the edges of the screen. So I doubled my PB. It's still only 17 seconds, but hey, it's 17 seconds. So I'll take it. That's been it. Descent, I guess I can say, because I've been working on the next version of Descent for the retro source port, and as a result, I've been playing it a little bit. So we got that going. We had the observatory today as well. It was a very exciting finals tournament. Jedi Luke got beat in the first half of the finals, and then in the second game, he came back and just whooped the guy's ass. It was amusing. So. Yeah, Jedi wins again. He's won 6 out of the 7 seasons we've held over the last year and change.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's that. And I think that's just going to about do it for this half of the show. And we're going to have a pretty quick third half of the show. We've got a nice question, nice number of people to talk about. So we're going to do it. This is the third half of the show. Shosan, your favorite part of the show?
Absolutely favorite part.
Favorite half of the show. The third half of the show. This is the 6 Gaming Roundtable. We're going to ask a question related to gaming, and you guys are going to answer it, or they'll be held to pay.
Oh, I definitely know everything about every topic, so I'll be able to make an informed opinion.
Excellent.
So well said. Brilliantly said.
So much sarcasm dripping
I like
off
to
his
call
tongue.
him information grabber.
Information grabber.
Not a single day goes by that I don't regret this username.
This comes from Pantherian. What is a game that you were excited about that turned into vaporware?
You're gonna have to define that.
Vaporware, a game that was planned to be released and was either canceled or just never happened.
I cannot. There's not a single game matches that description, so I'm out of this discussion.
Interesting.
Really, I disagree with you. I bet you if you hear half of the games that we bring up, you're going to go, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that."
You could say that argument about everything, and that is
Well, that's true. That's true. Well,
but yeah,
because I chimed in.
here and there. Let's see what happens.
Because I chimed in, like I'll bring mine up. My biggest one that I've been looking forward to for years, along with countless other gamers, is still the Final Fantasy VII remake. I mean, it's been countless years. I still have nothing out of it. I've been looking forever. They still say it's coming. They still say it's under production, but
I thought that thing came out already.
No,
Huh.
nothing. I mean, they have to give us something.
The Square Enix does have news on this as recently as this past week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's,
What are they saying?
Oh, they just took a new look at the game. So
Oh yeah. So again, it's coming, guys. We promise.
It's coming. It's
Yeah,
coming.
right.
No, don't worry, guys. Definitely. It's
You know what else was coming and never showed up?
Winter.
4.
Right. Yep.
Descent 4 in the early 2000s was planned on by Volition and whatever the other company was, and they canceled it, took all of the tech that they were going to use for it, and made this shitty game called Red Faction.
Oh,
Yeah. Yep.
It's the thing that turned Yahtzee cynical.
Yep.
Oh
basically.
my goodness.
Basically.
Red Faction.
It all
See-
connects.
The other one that I would have said was Star Citizen, but at least they have a playable what is it? Beta, I think. Right
No,
now?
you guys aren't talking about the same Red Faction I am. I am talking about the very first ever game in that series.
That was the
I
one
think
where
I
you
talked
had.
about that.
Okay, because I own Red
Destroy-
Faction Armageddon. I was wondering if you were talking about that same
No,
series.
this
and
is
that
Red
might just not
Faction
be.
from, like the late '90s or something, and it had
No, it was early 2000s. Yeah, Destructible Terrain. It was tech taken from Descent 4 that never got finished. And
I mean, destroyable terrain is an awesome idea that you don't see nearly enough in games nowadays.
exactly, yeah.
Like, there's some like visual effects you'll see in some like shooters where like chips come out of stone or whatever. But I want to like knock over like whole buildings. That stuff's cool.
And you know what game? You're talking about Destructible Terrain. You know what game is really disappointing in that? No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
You fucking
man.
take out chunks of this earth, and you'll end up with a floating rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stupid.
The promises.
If you look up the word disappointing in the dictionary, you find a picture of No Man's Sky's trailer art thing.
But yeah, by the way, to anyone out there who honestly thinks that they weren't trying to deceive people with the hype, like, did you know that originally they told people that they were going to simulate like every individual like molecule of the game, basically?
Wait, what?
Because I think I could be remembering this wrong, but from what I can remember, they said something according to along that kind of thing, that they were going to like simulate everything down to like the smallest possible level.
It's not simulate; it's generate. I don't
You know
think
what's the
they ever
best part
used
about
the
No
word
Man's
simulate.
Sky? It's still full price.
It is still full price. It has never
Are
gone on
you
sale.
serious?
Yeah, it's not a good meme game because you
I'm
can't
looking
buy
at
it
it
for
on
$1
Steam right now. $66.50 for me. Because
Yes.
Canadian dollars are shit compared to US.
Canadian dollars.
Yeah, real 100% Canadian pesos.
Yeah,
Well said.
me and Show, I believe we both got the game on pre-order,
Yep.
and we both got a good amount of hours out of it initially.
Yep.
We both agree that it's fell way short of any
The
expectation.
lowest price ever has been $24 on Steam, 60%
Oh,
off.
There you go.
And to think we
in
paid full
June
price.
of last year.
And to think you paid full price for me too, Show.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm
that's
looking
Yeah.
at the Steam reviews, sorted by which are the most funny. This is great. This game has endless possibilities, almost all of which are not featured in game.
By endless possibilities, I mean you can play that song in the background while you're flying through space.
Yeah. I said a couple weeks ago that I picked it up again. I haven't resumed it. I still do want to finish the new quest lines, but it feels like that they have not made any changes to what you do when you're done.
I mean,
It's like-
if you want to play a space game where you go around to different planets and it like randomly generates all of it, play Starbound. It's like
Yep.
2D No Man's Sky, but actually
Exactly.
good.
I think I've called it that before.
Yeah, and
Really?
if you want like a full-on actual like space game where you fly around like first person and everything, and it's like you have freedom to do whatever you want to play Elite Dangerous. I mean, like anyone who hasn't heard of that game,
Yep.
like
Hasn't been
Like,
listening to shows.
honestly,
You could also play.
You're
What
muted.
was it called? Moonbase Simulator.
Moonbase
Crap, what was it
Simulator?
called? No, Moonbase Alpha. That's what it was called. I made a mistake there. Moonbase Alpha. Just start your own server, mess with the text to speech, have a fun old time.
What?
It's me.
Okay.
That's pretty much the reaction of everybody, Ron. Don't worry about it.
Electric Maestro
It's free
says
too. It's free. Get it.
Okay. Electric Maestro says that there was an SNES game called Fire Team Rogue. That was too ambitious. Veg, fuck off. Yeah. Any other games that you guys can think of? Like
Dungeon
Gen 4 is like really the only one that I can come up with.
Wait,
Dungeon
Gen 4?
Keeper. God damn it.
Like Gen 4, like for the DS, which was
Descent 4.
Oh wait, dang it! I almost said that.
Oh.
So anybody who read PC Gamer through the 90s should know that it's been very sad that Coconut Monkey's Gravy Trader has never been
Yes. God, I missed the Coconut Monkey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Coconut
I thought something. Okay, this is something I can guarantee that nobody that I'm talking to has heard of.
Mhm.
5.
So there's this RTS that came out for PC that I played a lot when attempted to play a lot. Want to know what it was called?
What?
Yes.
Shower
Lego
with your
Rock
Cat
Raiders.
Simulator.
Let him talk. Say that again.
Lego Rock Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that it basically it's like a quarter of a somewhat completed game, but it's like they ran out of time after they had completed the cinematics and they made the game's content, but then they didn't program most of it to actually balance with the game.
Wow.
There's all these vehicles that are based on the actual Lego sets that just aren't practical for anything, literally. And
That sounds a lot like StarCraft Nova, one of the other vaporware titles.
Oh God, yes, that's right.
Yep.
Nova.
Nova was
how could I forget
supposed to
about
be a
that?
thing, and Blizzard canceled the hell out of that.
Project Titan from
Yeah, but-
Blizzard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really was looking forward to that because they never released anything about it.
Mhm.
So I just want to mention that I wasn't kidding when I said that the cinematics are just amazing. This game came out in around the year 2000, but the cinematics were just incredible looking. They did an amazing job. Even just looking back at it today. But the thing is that there's this fan project where they want to kind of rebuild it, Legos, and they want to make it more balanced, more fleshed out, but that never went anywhere, so that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I'm actually going through all the games that were mentioned in the article that this was based on. And the only one I recognized was what Show brought up, and that's probably going to happen.
Nova?
No, the first one.
Final
Final
Fantasy. Yeah, I mean, at least according to them, they are doing something, but it's been so long.
I'd have to say Dungeon Keeper 3.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
Wait,
that stinks.
wasn't there wasn't there an
War for the
actual?
Overlord, War for the Overworld.
War for the Overworld, yes.
Let me see if I can find this really quick.
Because they even announced it in the Dungeon Keeper 2. They had the trailer for it and everything. What it was supposed to turn into some kind of RTS where the bad guys uprise from the dungeons and kill everybody.
Oh, that's it. Dungeons 3. Have you heard of Dungeons 3?
It's a different game.
Oh, I thought it was.
Veg.
No.
What about the iPad app of Dungeon Keeper?
No, that is an abomination on the Lord. You shut your fucking mouth.
What do you mean? That's got 5 stars.
But I
Hang
mean,
on.
Jim Sterling
I'm pretty
talks
sure-
about it.
Rate
This-
it 5 stars to get to build another room.
Dungeon Keeper has been nagging on me for a while because I feel like I know it.
Go.
Veg, get your
No.
freaking nose out of the camera.
Go. No.
Hell, what are you doing?
What the hell am I staring at?
Gravitational lensing, apparently.
I will stab.
Oh,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know that game, definitely. I played it for 30 seconds, thought, this is boring, and then exited it. deleted it.
I don't even consider that a game. That was just nothing but a quick cash grab.
So
Oh
waiting
wow!
simulator.
I'm looking at the title and it says EA on it. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense.
Everything said.
Yeah, because EA bought out Bullfrog and then murdered them. Like,
Don't they do that to a lot of different
they
companies?
do that with
They
every.
They
They,
do.
they did it with every single gaming company they bought so far.
There was actually
Also,
gaming
Meow.
company in my hometown.
Yes.
that
Also, meow.
Indeed, meow.
Can I see the cat?
Meow.
BioWare.
No, it's
Yes.
dark and over in the corner.
So apparently, EA bought BioWare, and that I didn't realize this, but BioWare was in my hometown of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. That's where they started,
There you
and
go.
so fuck EA even more, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that reminds me of something. I found out a while back that let's see the people who made Borderlands. What was that developer again? Gearbox.
2K.
That's it. Gearbox.
Oh, Gearbox.
I found out that they actually their headquarters was just a few hundred feet from this library that we went to in Texas. So
Really?
that was
Wow.
interesting.
All right. Anything else you guys can think? Half-Life 2 Episode 3?
Ooh, yeah, that was fun.
Half-Life 2 Episode 3. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That'd be quite nice.
Yeah,
But
I'm talking about-
any others we can think of that are?
I know. Yeah,
Uh,
I mentioned this. Terraria Otherworld. Like it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like it's not officially canceled or anything, but from the looks of it, seems like it might end up being scrapped at this
Yeah,
point.
there was
and they'll
news
just-
back in April that they restarted the game from
Yeah,
scratch.
like they just weren't happy with how it was going. They wanted to just do it over again so they could do a better job.
Yeah. And it says that they're working on this before Terraria 2, but I don't know how official that is at this point. So, but yeah, Otherworld apparently still is happening, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So, unless we have anything else, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining. We have been the Six Gaming Podcast. You can find us over at the website 6.gg, six.gg, not the number 6, you fools. Don't
Are there
don't do
actually
that.
6 of us right now?
There are 6
There
gamers
are
on the
6.
Six Gaming
We did it.
Podcast.
You're welcome.
We did it. It's happened, guys. Could you imagine if Squig had been here? He'd ruin it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean-
ruins everything.
This is
That guy.
this is like dividing by 0 at this point.
Or 6. Divide by 6. Why not? So I'm going to actually give our awesome and illustrious people a chance to say goodbye without hitting the stop broadcast button early this week.
Gee, that would be nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? So, Veg, say goodbye.
Goodbye, Veg.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is. Shut your mouth.
Nope.
It's Veg. That's how he says
Later,
goodbye.
guys.
Show, what do you got?
I got nothing, man. You guys have a good night. Thank you again for tuning in.
All right. Attention grabber.
Is this the part where I plug all my stuff?
Absolutely, yes.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Plug it all.
Thanks for watching. Watch me on twitch.tv/attention grabber for subpar content and mediocre commentary.
amen.
Maybe you'll giggle once or twice.
I did just now.
Did I say thanks for watching?
Yes.
Yes.
Solo.
A landslide has occurred. An energy crystal has been found.
Not enough stone, my lord.
Yeah, Rock Crater memes are the most obscure ones out there.
I'm making a Stronghold Crusader. I mean, oh my god.
The room is pitch black. You're likely to be eaten by Gru.
Exits are north and east.
And
I don't
Dennis.
get this. I
do
don't
that.
like it.
Stone needed.
Dan.
Exits are Dennis.
What's a paladin?
Dan, say goodbye, please.
I want to give a shout out to a lurker earlier, Bobo Fett-ish. I thought that was a really good.
That's a great handle.
That is pretty good.
So,
Yeah.
That sounds good as mine, though.
if you ever come back and rewatch this, Boba Fett-ish, good job.
Hey, how are you feeling? A little Boba Fetish.
I'm into that Mandalorian shit, man.
The wordplay is strong
Only
with this
the
one.
old Mandalorian, not the new Mandalorian peacekeeping scum.
All right. And then finally, I want to end with the fact that there is a company out there that shot this shiny orb into space. It looks like this giant 65-sided die, right?
Ooh.
This guy from the Washington Post writes an article on it, Ben Guarino, and in the middle, out of nowhere, he pulls out this line. He says, quote, "But the giant Dungeons and Dragons die floating through space is not a critical hit," unquote.
Nice. Very nice.
Fantastic. That
quote
do
was
it.
a critical fail.
Oh, it was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, I applaud him.
It was well done.
You should have said that we're trying to roll for initiative. I don't know.
So that's
I don't
gonna
get
do
any
it.
Dungeons and Dragons memes.
That's gonna do it for the Six Gaming Podcast. Until next week, guys, I'm gonna let the Dungeon Master take it away, Mr. Attention Grabber.
Wait, what am I supposed to do?
You say
You just did it. Thank you.